guys, I'm Janet on occasion, and I know, more Kolek, but this army is just doing so well. So I'm Chaos, and I'm against the Dwarves, you can see on the horizon, looking dwarfy. So got the same build as I've been bringing before. So I've got Kolek, a Shaggoth, I've got a front line of Chaos Marauders with great weapons, so great for that armor piercing against the Dwarves. I'm not entirely sure about the Shaggoth, actually. I'm thinking of maybe trading him out for something, because, I mean, he's anti-large. Oh wait, no, he's not anti-large. I always thought he was anti-large. He's very good against large things. I guess that's because he has got insane weapon damage. So, yeah. So he's great. Also got a couple of Chaos Trolls, one on either flank, and I've got a load of Aspiring Champions in the middle. What I know about Aspiring Champions, they don't get a lot of kills against the Dwarves, but they just keep fighting. So it just pins the enemy in place for so much longer than if I just had, you know, these guys. And it keeps these guys fighting, so it's just amazing. So 3 I've got, which is, yeah, pretty tough for them to fight through, to be honest. I got my Exalted Hero, night before, so yeah, pretty typical. So over here, you can see he's got 3 Rangers. I hadn't spotted those yet, but I did immediately spot they had 2 Slayers. So with this build, that is terrifying. He's also got a Rune Lord and a Rune Smith, so he's going to be throwing a lot of runes out at me. And what's interesting here is he's got a front line of miners with blasting charges, which is pretty good against Chaos, I reckon, because obviously they're, you know, armoured and everything because they're Dwarves, but they got the armour piercing, which is fantastic against most Chaos enemies. But then if you're fighting a load of light enemies, then these guys are really cheap. Just to throw out those blasting charges initially, get a load of damage, nice and early. So it's pretty good. If I didn't have my Aspiring Champions, I reckon my front line would have buckled, you know, in half the time. So pretty cool. He's also got the Grumbling Guard, because, you know, that's a staple dwarf bring, isn't it? He's got a couple of Longbeards in the back, and he's also got a couple of Longbeards on the sides. So that's pretty tough. So, you know, front line of miners, middle line of Longbeards. You know, he's got the Rangers, 2 lots of Slayers to chase my Shaggoths around, and he can throw a load of runes out. So pretty tough, pretty tough. So if we go to full speed, we can get going. So what I immediately did to begin with is I sent my Exalted Hero out to go and scope things out, because I did think maybe he had Rangers. I was assuming Rangers great weapons. Well, that's what I was afraid of, especially with the Slayers. They would have just, yeah, Kolek wouldn't stood a chance. So that was close. But luckily it was just the usual Rangers. But you'll see they were a massive thorn in my side throughout this whole match. So yeah, I'll show you how that goes. But yeah, quite interesting pick. They seem to do quite well. So yeah, I'm not sure how much different they are to Quarrelers really. Obviously they're not as armoured, they're not as great in melee, but they do good work. And yeah, nice and quick actually. Do they have? I'm pretty sure they have better speed as well. So speed 34. Yeah, usual 26 for dwarves. So yeah, they're pretty quick. So yeah, start posturing up. So doing what I normally do, so I just have these 2 goes, 1 gang, and then I have the Exalted Champion, the Exalted Hero, just sort of dive bomb whatever target I think is worthwhile at the time. And yeah, front line just moves out as normal. So let's speed this up a bit. Alright, so front line starts to engage. We get these guys running. Because of the Slayers on either side, I actually get the Trolls to go in the middle. This time. However, they are a lot quicker than everyone else, so that was probably a mistake, because it meant they could actually get a lot of fire on me. Immediately I wanted to do as much damage to the Grumbling Guard as possible, so I used Lord of the Storm on them as obviously Kolek's ability. So yeah, I wanted to get rid of them as early as possible, but frankly they're still taking a beating. And you see he's used the runes on my Trolls, which I don't think was a good idea, because they do regenerate, and there's not a lot of models in each unit. If you want to get most value out of Rune and Wrath and Ruin, you use it on, you know, large model counts. So so yeah, I try and get these guys all wrapped up. You can see you've got, you know, more guys coming every side, so everyone's engaged now. And so I've got my Shaggoth over here. Kolek, I run straight through the middle. Their front line buckles pretty quickly with the Trolls and Kolek running in. And then I go straight for their Rune Lord. Because yeah, I can't actually see where the Slayers are. So you've got Slayers trying to defend his ranged units at the moment, rather than his Lord. So not sure how well that went. And then as soon as one peeled off, I decided to go for their Rangers with the Exalted Hero. So he's going to have to get out of there quickly, because you can see he's taking a lot of damage pretty quickly there. So yeah, does not want to be in engagement with Slayers. So in this fight though, Rune Lord's starting to take a beating. Start popping some abilities, so I've got Star Crusher active, the extra armor piercing damage. But Rune Lord's doing quite well. I think he was using his runes to keep himself going. Now though, they're starting to flank with Longbeards, so this side is looking a bit tough. Here though, I also got someone crumbling because I got the Runesmith backing them up over here. So Exalted Hero, I pulled straight through and around to try and pick a better target. So right now, yeah, where are they? So yeah, he's got some Slayers in here as well, fighting Kolek. Mainly fighting the Trolls though. So, you know, they're a bit bogged down at the moment, so that's good. That's good, I want them bogged down. And right now I'm trying to get some of their Rangers out of the way. Another Lord of the Storm goes down here, because, you know, quite healthy units here. I want to get rid of them. Got some Slayers in that as well, which is great, because Slayers are going to be what really hampers me at the moment. That and these goddamn Rangers. So you can see one lot of Rangers pretty heavily damaged there. But then they start like deploying in much longer lines. And so Kolek can't just hit once and get a load with the splash damage, which is very clever. It's well executed there. So this line as well, starting to suffer a bit. Trolls still really healthy over this side. Over here though, they're starting to get a bit damaged. Are they still top model count? No, so they've lost a few here. Because yeah, they're usually, I think, 10 in a unit? 9 or 10. So, you know, not great. So Kolek, now under a lot of fire, and he's got Slayers chasing him. So, as usual, run away from the Slayers. So he's got more in here, so he's got both units chasing at the moment. Actually, no, one's just tied up fighting Sparring Champions, so that's good news for me. However, they do eventually get in here, so yeah, I'm going to have to do a runner. Also got these Longbeards under attack now, because, you know, they were going to flank, but they didn't, so I'm going to make sure that I couldn't let them. Here, though, this is starting to buckle. But they are taking huge, actually not huge casualties, taking a lot of health damage, those Longbeards, but they're still alive. The Runesmith is my next target because I killed their lord. So now I want to take out the rest of their leadership. I know it's the Dwarfs, and yeah, they have pretty damn good leadership anyway. But I figured it's a good chance to get rid of him because at the moment this is the only place I still have units. Apart from that, Sparring Champions, which is keeping like 3 units all busy. So that's pretty good going. So throw my Chaos Armor Trolls again, more Marauders. So yeah, a lot of units getting blobbed in here, which is great because it means these Slayers have so much work to get through. So that's really good. Fortunately though, those Sparring Champions finally bite the dust. So again, I'm trying to get their Rangers, but I just can't do as much damage while they're in a big line like this. And then these guys start shooting Kolek. He's not looking great right now. My other Shaggoth though, he's still looking good. And yet, their Runesmiths still won't die, which is very irritating. And a load of my guys are starting to run. So it's looking pretty bad at the moment. They've still got so many units. And look at their leadership. Like, you know, a few are suffering a little bit, but a lot of them are really high. Here, though, another really good Lord of the Storm. And yeah, that affected the leadership somewhat. But yeah, you can see these guys, not a big model count anymore. It's actually still 21. They have a sliver of health. Okay, if someone sneezes on a Longbeard, it's going to die. So that's pretty good. So yeah, Kolek starting to take serious damage over here. The Slayers almost caught him there, but I managed to get him away. I thought, right, I'll attack those Rangers while I can, and I'll try and loop around. So I've got some units coming back, but right now I am ordering the crap out of Kolek to get out of there. I could not let him get caught. So right now my Shaggoth is sort of holding the fort down here. I've got more Aspiring Champions still in the fight, and I'm using my Exalted Hero to finally finish off this Runesmith. So now, I charge everyone straight in. I don't care what they're targeting, just they need to get in there. Just, you know, big blob units. I couldn't be picky about targets. I just needed soldiers in there. So, yeah, Rangers chasing Kolek. Slayers chasing Kolek, but luckily he's really quick, so he's getting away. Okay, that Runesmith is still alive. And this is where I take him out. Good old Kolek. He's on a nice little merry walk. And there we go. So that's good news. So I knew here that I couldn't get him in this blob. He'd get really hurt with all the range fire. So I just had him try and run diagonally away. Get the Exalted Hero coming back. He'd run before. I mean, look how damaged he is. But my Shaggoth's still in pretty good shape. He's been ignoring the Shaggoth for the most part to go for Kolek. So yeah, get my Aspiring Champions back in. They're still in the fight. So, pretty amazing. You can see a lot of the enemy is starting to rout here, which is great. I get my Exalted Hero, go straight for the Rangers, because I know they won't be able to do much in melee against him. And here, I go for a Lord of the Storm, but he realises that it's just, yeah, he's just prolonging things at this point. Although, I mean, it could have turned around. I think he might have left a bit early, but I would have killed a lot of his Slayers there, and that was sort of his only hope of pinning down Kolek. Although, if I was just going to keep running away, maybe he just thought he couldn't be bothered. Which, I guess is fair enough, is a bit cheesy. But, you know, with him so near death, I couldn't really use him much. So, you know, interesting game, I think. So, yeah, another win for this build. Unbelievably, I'm really amazed. So, yeah, so let's see how all the units did. So, as you can see, Kolek, absolute champ, next to 100 kills. Exalted Hero got 32, but you know, he got a lot of harass on a lot of units, so he managed to shut down a lot of ranged fire, which probably would have finished Kolek off, to be honest. So that's good news. My Shaggoth, he was able to just sit in the fight for a lot longer because he wasn't being chased by Slayer, so he got 115 kills, which is pretty impressive. My Trolls did fairly well, 60 kills each. Sparring Champions didn't really get a lot, but you know, they're there just to bog down the enemy for as long as possible because they just don't die, which is amazing. On the other team, his front line did pretty well. His miners didn't do a huge amount, but I'm pretty sure the two with these two with almost no kills, they took a lot of damage at the start. I just charged everyone straight in the middle, so they didn't get much of a chance there. But these guys would have done a lot of HP damage to my Marauders, letting the tougher guys get all the kills, get all the glory. So you can see Longbeards did fairly well. Grumbling Guard actually didn't do great, but then I did have them pretty heavily focused. They were fighting against trolls and all sorts at the start, so it was very tough for them. Slayers, not a huge amount of kills, but they were just chasing Kolek around for the most part. And yeah, the Rangers, not a lot of kills, but they did keep me busy and did a lot of HP damage against Kolek, so it's pretty good. It's a good build actually, that Dwarf one. I need to try something like that out, because I really like the mining charges in the front. What I might have done actually is have them behind the Longbeards, so the Longbeards absorb the charge. Charges come over the front, you know, over the Longbeards, do all damage to that line while the Longbeards does the killing. And once they run out of charges, charge them through the Longbeards. Because yeah, they're a lot weaker in terms of health, but you know, they've still got the armor piercing and everything, so they're quite useful. So I might have done it that way around, but yeah, I mean, I couldn't tell you which tactic was better, to be honest. But yeah, so it's very interesting. Having two Slayers to deal with, absolutely fantastic against Chaos. Because I mean, look at the units I brought. You know, with so many large units, like really high value large units, the Slayers were brilliant there. Very useful to have those around. So yeah, interesting match. So gone, great match. Hopefully see you again on ladder. And thanks for watching, everybody.